Hello everybody, welcome back to L&L Electric Adventures. My name is Luke. We are going on a, I think it's around 300-mile trip down to Cincinnati today. It's a trip we've done many times. We've got a few videos doing it, but you know what? Electric road trips are a little bit different every time, so I like to film it anyway. I probably won't include much, if any, driving footage just because, frankly, it's a pretty boring drive. You go through Illinois, mostly Indiana, and then a little bit of Ohio. It is very boring. So I'm probably gonna skip that. If you haven't joined us before, we are driving a 2023 Volvo XC40 Recharge. It is sage green. It is quite nice looking. I am in the process of packing the car. We've got the get some of our Easter stuff. We're going down there for Easter. Doggies are gonna be in the back seat, or in the trunk rather, sorry. Baby will be in the back seat. We are sitting at 99%. I am currently plugged in. You can see our 1450 outlet right there. I'm currently plugged in, but I am I have the charge limit set to 90 because I didn't want to get to 100 and sit there. I don't know if it's any better to sit at 99, to be honest with you. I don't really know. If you know, let me know. But my plan is, as soon as baby wakes up from nap, I'm gonna bump it to 100. So it's 1:51. Hopefully we'll be leaving by 3 so we can get out of Chicago before traffic hits too bad. It is Wednesday, so we should be getting ahead of the curve a little bit with Easter travel. But yeah, so once she wakes up, I'll bump it up to 100, and then the BMS can hopefully sort itself out and figure out where the top is. To take a quick look at our route, I've already done this earlier today. Can zoom out and see where we are. Here's Chicago. Oh, weird. This is like south facing because I'm facing south. It's weird when you zoom out. So you go north up for your north up people. We are west of Chicago in Downers Grove. We are going down 65 through Indianapolis to 74 and then over to Cincinnati, actually more like up here. So yeah, that is generally where we're going. Now, Google does an okay job route planning, but I will tell you, I've looked at this already. I'd like to swipe to text, by the way. I've looked at this already and I can tell you I'm not gonna follow this. So it's saying 2 charge stops. One of them keeps giving me this GM Energy in Remington. Oh, it's within, oh, okay. That's the new Pilot EV Go called GM Energy now, I guess. Oh, it does say EV Go. Okay, so that is a brand new station. So that's actually not as bad as I thought, but it's not very far away. And then it wants to go to this Electrify America in Indianapolis. It's on the south side of Indianapolis. I really don't like this Electrify America. It's just, I don't like the Walmart. It's crowded because it's right in the city. I just don't like it. So this probably isn't bad, except that I'm not going to stop at 42%. You know, we could go to, if we were doing Electrify America, I'd go to Lafayette. Or Fayette. Lafayette. So what I am gonna do instead, sorry, I'm trying to, I like to do the Tesla. Don't love giving Tesla money right now, but whatever, they can have my $20. I'm gonna go to this Tesla supercharger in Lebanon. It says 8% on arrival. Now, we haven't been doing highway driving lately, so I think it'll probably be lower, which is fine. As long as we get there, that's fine. Oops, it's hard to zoom in on this without rotating. Our bailout option is Lafayette right there, which I just mentioned has Electrify America. That one's been good to us. There's been a couple times where we've had to wait. There's only 4 chargers. Now at least there's more options on the way between Chicago and Indianapolis. For a long time that was the only option, so But if there's ever any repairs or anything going on, it's kind of a pain, and like holiday travel, it's kind of a pain. So I tend to skip it lately and go to Lebanon. Oh, we got a highway closure there. Interesting. What that's about. So yeah, we'll go to this. 8% I think is probably, I think it'll be lower. We'll see. And then from there, we may have to stop again, but we will probably not. We'll probably make it all the way with just one stop. At least that's the plan. It is 60 degrees in the garage. It's about 55 degrees outside and sunny. You know, I haven't checked the wind situation. I'll check the wind, but I think we should be able to make it there. Maybe more like 5%, 7%, which is great because then we'll get max speed for the max amount of time. And yeah, we'll get a Starbucks and we'll sit there for a little bit, and then we'll go the rest of the way. My parents literally just today, like an hour ago, got an Emporia charger installed. They just got a Cadillac Optic, which I'm excited to try out. I'll definitely do a video on that. And I'm driving it to Louisville tomorrow, so that'll be fun. But they just got a charger, EVSE, in their garage, which is gonna be great because we usually just plug it into the wall and it's a pain, it's slow. There is an Electrify America right next to their house, but this will be way easier and free for me. So cool. Catch ya on the road. Again, I don't think I'll do any driving footage because it is super boring. If we see any cool cars or anything, maybe, but we'll check in with you on the way or at the first charging stop. Thanks for joining. All right, quick check-in from the road. We're, actually we left about 45 minutes ago. We've gone 38 miles, 379 watt per mile, which isn't bad, but traffic's been pretty heavy. There's a lot of cars on the road, a lot of trucks, and we've been going through some slow traffic. Projected arrival is now 14%, so it's gone up a pretty good bit. But by the time we get out of traffic and we're able to cruise at 70 miles an hour for a little while, I think it'll probably go down. But yeah, looking good to get there with no problems. All right, so my predictions were wrong. We made it here with 12%, and that was with pretty high speed, 59 average, but that doesn't count. Sorry, okay, Oatly's barking. There's people, and she's barking. So let's get plugged in. Should get max speed here. Alright, got that plugged in. Now I'm going to activate on the app. And then I'm going to try to get Oatly to be quiet while these people are right next to us. Okay, so we're on 3C. We actually got the pull-in spot, which is awesome. Start charging. And we should be charging within a few seconds here. There it goes. Easy peasy. So we'll watch it ramp up. Oatly, hush. Oatly is freaking out these people. So we got a Model X and a Model 3, or a Model Y and a Model 3. And let's just make sure we ramp up, and then I'm gonna go inside. Go to the bathroom already at 122. Should see max speed pretty much immediately. And then I'm not sure how long we'll be here, but I'll figure that out when I'm sitting back in the car. So there we go, 141, 142. Yeah, I expect that'll jump up to max. So, pretty sweet, nice and easy. Gonna hop into Starbucks, go to the bathroom, take care of the baby, and then we'll figure out how long we need to be here. Really nice to have the pull-in spot down there. So let's just check on the Tesla app. Charging in progress. Okay, there we go. Down to 80 kilowatts, we're up to 67%. Been here 24 minutes, so that's as long as it took me to go in and get a Starbucks, go to the bathroom, change the baby. So not too bad. I did notice at about 10 minutes we had 20 62-ish kilowatt hours delivered. So in this car, that's, you know, 50 to 60 miles of range, depending. Not highway range, more like 50 highway range in 10 minutes. Compare that to the Lucid Gravity that Tom Logney just did a test on, and it was like 200 miles in 11 minutes. Man, that would be sweet. If I ever have 100 and however much, 140 grand or whatever laying around, I'm getting one of those. But anyway, 68%. I'm thinking we have 147 miles to go. I'm thinking we'll get to 80, and that'll give us enough of a buffer. Sorry, I'm tangled up with the dogs here. So yeah, we'll be here for another little bit, and then we'll get back on the road. So let me untangle myself from the dogs and catch up with you in a bit. All right, a few minutes later, we're up to like 75%. The car is predicting -2% on arrival now, so I think we'll just get maybe a little above 80. Especially since my parents have the charger now, we don't need to worry about getting there with any extra juice. I just want to make sure we get there. Now there are some bailout options if we need to stop, so not a big deal. Man, it's hard not to run into Penn Station. Penn Station's delicious. Good look at the Volvo. It's got some serious bug destruction going on the front. Oh yeah, it's a good one. Yeah, we need a car wash. So maybe another 10 minutes or so, and we'll be getting out of here and back on the road. Beautiful night for a drive. Weather's really nice. There's like 0 wind, and efficiency was at like 4. Just about 400. It just creeped over 400, and my wife was driving pretty fast. You know, speed limit, of course. She would never exceed the speed limit, of course, but she was going pretty fast, and still pretty good efficiency. So, all right, we'll catch up with you when we're out of here. All right, it's officially past time to go. We're at 88%. Accidentally overcharged. Baby decided to have a little bit of a breakdown when we start putting her in the car. So $22.30, charging 31 kilowatts, up to 88%. 64 kilowatt hours delivered, 45 minutes. So stayed here longer than we needed to. Go ahead and stop charging in the app. I'm gonna put this down because unhooking this A to Z adapter is a two-handed operation usually. So you gotta kind of push it in to make sure it's still in, push the button all the way down, and then pull it off. And there we go. All right, back in the car. We'll catch up with you at some point on the road. All right, excuse me, we officially made it, 8%. There was no traffic, so I was able to go full speed the whole time. There were a handful of cops out though, so I had to be careful. So 4 hours, 50 minutes of driving, plus 45 minutes of charging, 408 watt-hour per mile, 311 miles. Not too shabby. Give you a sneak peek. I parked weird because I've got the hitch thing on the back. I don't know if the charger will stretch out here. I'm gonna have to rearrange the car anyway, but I did want to show you this awesome Cadillac optic. Very excited to try this thing out in the morning. It's the kind of like baby blue color. It's hard to see in the dark here, but man, this thing looks slick. And then a Defender, and then the other Cadillac over there. So pretty sweet. So we'll get a good comparison over the weekend next to the Volvo. It definitely looks bigger. And then they just got this Emporia charger installed, and the light just turned off on me. So let me see. Oh, here you can see the color better. Oh yeah. Oh, that color is sweet. Really excited to drive that tomorrow to Louisville. So let me see if this will stretch. Should be 20 something feet. Oh yeah. I mean, again, I'm gonna rearrange the car, but just to try it out. So I think my plan, I'm gonna reset that. My plan is to go to 50% and just let it sit at 50% for the next, because tomorrow we won't be driving it, we'll be taking the Cadillac, the Optic, and I'm gonna let it sit there. I'm gonna let it sit at 50% overnight, and we'll see. Ooh, it's giving, Cadillac's giving a light show. I don't want to show my dad on camera though. So yeah, we'll let this, they should go up to 48 amps because it's hardwired. So we'll let that ramp up, and then we will, yeah, we'll catch up with you on the way out. And in the meantime, I'll do some, here we go, 40 up to 40, 41, 42, 45, 46. All right, sweet, so full speed. So yeah, I'm gonna let it sit at 50% just for the battery, and then, yeah, we'll let it sit there for the weekend. All right, catch you on the way out of here. Charleston in August in the Volvo, and I'm kind of like, maybe we'll take this car, Mom and Dad, but no. All right, enough talking. Later, y'all. Catch you on the road in the morning. Beep, beep. All right, it is Sunday, Easter Sunday. We are officially on our way back. Let's see what the car is saying. It wants us to do 2 stops, 11 minutes and 24 minutes. Might not actually be bad. I think that second one is probably that GM Energy. Oh, Tesla, Lebanon, and GM Energy. You know what? I think we're gonna do that. We may end up, instead of the GM Energy, do the supercharger at Fair Oaks Farm, because it's probably cheaper. But not bad. So 18% will get to the charger, and then looking at our full trip, 4:26 p.m. It's 12:09 now, but we do gain an hour, so that's like 5 hours. 5 hours, 17 minutes. Not bad at all. So yeah, we're gonna, oh, bird almost flew into the window. We're gonna follow the car route planning for probably for the first time ever. Catch ya sometime on the road. All right, well, slight change of plan that I'm now regretting. I decided to push it to the Electrify America, and we got here with 11%, which is better. It was about 30 miles further, but now there's a shitload of people sitting here. So we got a iX plugged in, an Ioniq 5, another Ioniq 5, and then there's actually an Escalade IQ. But now we also have a C40 recharge waiting, and this ID4. They don't know how to line up, so they're like waiting for individual spots, which is not how it should be done, but whatever. Unfortunately, I think these people are gonna be sitting here for a little bit. So this kind of sucks. I'm definitely regretting I should have just gone to the Tesla. I was like, oh, if we do this, then we only have to do 1 stop, but now we're sitting here waiting, so it's not gonna be any quicker. So it's just super annoying. Let's see if we can see the speeds. That's because that's 74%, 100 kilowatt. There, 28 minutes. So hopefully he'll be leaving soon. There's an Escalade IQ. I'm curious. Let's take a quick look at it. I don't like to look at people's cars while they're in there. We'll take a quick look because I haven't seen one. It's pretty freaking gigantic. Look at this monster. Wow. It's charging at 137, 132 at 40%, so yeah, it's kind of cool. That's ginormous. They're gonna be charging it for a fucking while because they got that huge battery. And then we got the M60 iX. That looks pretty nice. From Kentucky, so they should be almost done. And then we will swoop in that one because these other people are waiting for the 350s. But this guy should be almost done, and I'm gonna pull in because if that's the way they're playing it, well, then I'm going right in that one. So hopefully this guy comes out of Walmart soon, and we can get out of here or get plugged in, and then sit here for a half hour. So kind of sucks. I'm regretting it. Should have stopped at Tesla. If we would have stopped there, we almost certainly would have had to do 2 stops, which is what I was trying to avoid. But in doing so, I am now sitting here. It's annoying because I was watching it the whole way. My wife was driving, and it was 404 available until we got 30 minutes away, and then they all filled up. So whatever, gonna be here for a minute. All right, well, that worked out. The iX pulled out right after I was talking there, so I'm gonna go to my Electrify America app. I don't do the Electrify America much anymore. The Tesla's just so much easier. That Ioniq is leaving too. Oh man, these guys are gonna fight over a spot here. Well, I'm not getting involved. I'm not getting involved. I'm on charger number 1. I think the guy who was actually here first is gonna end up waiting. Oh, they're honking, they're getting mad. Plug this honker in. Click. I'm gonna have some drama here between the Volvo and the ID4. I'm not getting involved. I'm hiding over here behind. Let them argue. Alright, looks like we're plugged in. Waiting. Hearing clicks. Looks like people on this Ioniq next to me are about to leave too. Alright, ramping up quickly. 11%, so we should get max speed. Let it ramp up. Oh, it's barking at these people. Great, max speed. So we have to go 136 miles. So I'm not sure how much we'll charge to, but yeah, I'll catch up with you in a bit. Okay, just to check in. Our ID4 friend is mad. He might be going to a different charger. I feel a little bit bad, but not really, because they didn't line up properly. So you lined up like that, I lined up like that. I just happened to pick the right lane. Anyway, so this is to go home. It's saying we just need to charge here for 35 minutes. I don't know if it'll tell us what percent. It will not tell us what percent we need to charge here. It's just says 35 minutes. So I'm gonna run in, go to the bathroom, see if I can find myself a caffeinated beverage, and if we have time, we'll take the doggies out. Doggies can say hi. Marshmallow. Yeah. Marshmallow, we found out the key to her car sickness is trazodone for now. At least I'm hoping I can kind of get her more used to the car and see if we can eventually get rid of that. But give her some trazodone, which is like an anxiety medicine, but it really, really works. She's not panting at all, and now she's not in the crate anymore. They're just in the trunk together. It's kind of pouty, but she looks really cute. Yeah, you look cute. All right, I'm gonna run in and go to the bathroom. Actually, let's see. So if we just want to see going home, oops, sorry. Going home, negative 49% on arrival. We're at 23, so. Got the car set to 90, that should be fine. Yeah, I'm not gonna set it to 100. It says completes at 324. So hopefully we won't have to go all the way to 90. All right. Catch up with you in a bit. Oh, just to give you some look at the charging, we're up to 25%, 153 kilowatts. We've been here for 4 minutes, or being plugged in for 4 minutes. So, all right, catch y'all on the road. Or no, when we're leaving here, I'll check back in. Nail image here. There we are, Volvo looking good. Looking good. We got the Ioniq, the Escalade in the view. All right, heading into Walmart, my least favorite place to charge. Oh well, at least we're charging. Another look at that angle. Yep. All right, catch up in a bit. Quick check-in. We just ran inside and got a couple snacks. Sitting at 71%, down to 66 kilowatts after 27 minutes. Delivered 51.5 kilowatt hours. Let's take a look. The IQ moved to the 350. That's why he was only getting 175. So just for some size reference, this thing is big. It's a beast. It looks good. Humongous wheels. What are those? 20. Why can't I see a number? 24. Holy moly. 24 inch. Let's see what he's charging at. 175 and 72, so he really didn't need to move over. At that state charge, it's not gonna make a difference. It looks pretty slick though. don't know if I'd pay 100 grand or whatever for it, but yeah, it's pretty nice. And of course the Volvo always looks nice. All right, so we shouldn't be here too much longer. We can get out of here and get ourselves home. All right, we're past time to go here, 85%. We go ahead and stop, 35 bucks. Predicted to get home now with like 12%, so we were trying to get done sooner, but you know, with the baby, 42 minutes. Not bad for us. Trip with a single stop to have to stop for 42 minutes. Now, if we had a car where we could do that in a half hour, that'd be better. Because that's about how long it takes us to get done with the baby and stuff, so. All right, back on the road, we got 136 miles, and then we'll be home. All right, we officially made it home, so let's take a quick look at the stats. Really good efficiency today, actually. So Trip Auto, 310 miles, 374 watt-hour per mile, average speed 70. So actually going pretty fast the whole time. 4 hours, 25 minutes of driving, and then 40 minutes of charging. So just over 5 hours. That is, that's good. This was a good trip, even though we had to wait about 5 minutes. So a little bit, add a little bit extra time on there. But yeah, that's, I know a lot of people, a lot of cars get much better than 374, but with the Volvo, that's solid. So we made it home with 18%, so we could have left the charger even 10 to 12 minutes sooner. But we didn't know that at the time. I think we had a tailwind most of the trip, which helped. The temperature was good, 57. So in general, the forces were with us this time. So that's gonna do it for this trip. Thank you for joining, and let me know if you have any questions or suggestions. Beep beep. Have a good time.